Hi, hello, and welcome to another interesting session on electromagnetic field theory and waves. In this session, we'll see the electric field intensity due to various charge distributions such as line charge, surface charge, volume charge, the field intensity due to infinite line charge, due to infinite surface charge, and the field intensity due to a charged circular ring. So let's get started. So you can see 2 point charges here. This is a positive one and this is the negative one. So the field intensity around positive charge or negative charge, it will be present completely around it if you see the diagram. Now for a positive charge, the electric field lines, they originate from the point charge and go towards infinity. You can see the direction here. Now if you see the negative point charge, the electric field lines, they start from infinity and they terminate on the negative charge. So these are the directions of the electric flux lines, or we call as electric field lines. So in the last session we have seen the equation for the electric field intensity due to point charge, which is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square multiplied by the unit vector AR. So we'll use this equation to calculate the field intensity due to the other charge distributions also. So we'll see the electric field intensity due to the line charge. You can see we have a straight line here over this. There is a line charge of rho L. Now on this line charge, we'll just consider a differential length of dl. So to find the differential charge dq, we can write like this: dq is equal to rho L multiplied by dl. So this is the charge multiplied by the differential length dl. So we'll write the differential electric field dE. So from the previous equation we got this, where E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So here we are taking the differential terms. So dE is the differential electric field intensity, which is equal to dQ by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So in place of this dQ, simply substitute rho L into dl. Now this is the differential electric field intensity. To find the total electric field intensity, we need to simply integrate this equation. Then we'll get the complete electric field intensity on this line charge. So integrate. So we can write integral of rho L dl by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So this is the equation for electric field intensity due to a line charge. We'll see the field intensity due to surface charge. Here you can see a surface and it is having a charge of rho s. Here also we need to write the differential charge dq by using the differential surface ds. So dq is equal to rho s multiplied by ds. So similarly write the differential electric field intensity dE, which is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So in place of dq, substitute rho s into ds. So this is equal to rho s ds by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So here also, to find the total electric field intensity at this point P, we need to integrate this equation. So since this is a surface charge, we need to do a double integration. So E is equal to integral closed surface integral of rho s ds by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Next, to find the electric field intensity due to volume charge. Here we'll consider a volume which is having a charge of rho v. So the charge on this differential volume, if we take a differential volume in this part, so the differential charge on this differential volume is equal to dq is equal to rho v into dv. Again substitute the equation for electric field intensity. dE is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So in place of dq, write rho v dv by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Next, to find the total electric field intensity, we need to integrate this equation. Now this is a volume integral. So we have to integrate 3 times, that is a triple integration. So E is equal to volume integral of rho v dv by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Next we'll do the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Now here we'll consider an infinitely long line charge which is located on the z-axis between plus infinity to minus infinity. And it is having a charge density of rho L, coulombs per meter. So we'll consider another point on this axis at point P where we need to find the electric field intensity. So the distance between origin to the point P, we'll write it as R. We'll consider a differential length on this z-axis as dl. So the distance between the origin and dl is z. The distance between dl and P, we'll denote it with capital R. So here also we'll use the same equations to write the differential charge. dq is equal to rho L into dl. So as dl is on the z-axis, so in place of dl we can substitute dz. Now the coordinates of dq or the coordinates of dl, this is dl, coordinates of dl are 0, 0, z. So here we need to consider the cylindrical coordinate system. So these are the coordinates 0, 0, z, and the coordinates of this point P are 0, r, 0. So to write the distance vector r, so here this r is the distance vector which is the distance between dl and the point P. So this is the equation. R is equal to Rp. Rp is the distance from 0 to point P, and Rdl. Rdl is the distance on the z-axis from origin to dl. So this vector R is equal to Rp minus Rdl. Here we need to write the unit vectors also. So Rp is R into Ay minus this is Z into Az. So from this write the magnitude of R. Magnitude is equal to, just take the coefficient terms, square it and take the square root. So from this we can write the unit vector AR is equal to the vector R divided by its magnitude. So vector R is RAY minus ZAZ. Magnitude is R square plus Z square under root. Now we'll write the equation for dE, which is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So in place of dq, we'll write the previous equation which we got, rho L dz by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here this r in the denominator is the magnitude term. So write square root of r square plus z square and whole square. In place of the unit vector AR, we'll write RAY minus ZAZ divided by square root of r square plus z square. Now here we need to remember one important point. For every charge on the positive z-axis, there will be an equal charge present on the negative z-axis. So if you see this diagram, you can understand. So here the charge is located on the z-axis between minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. So the intensity due to the charge at point P on the negative side as well as the positive side will be the same. So that component, that is a z component of electric field intensity at point P, will cancel each other. So in this equation we can neglect the z component, that is minus z az can be neglected in this equation. So we'll write the equation again. Therefore dE is equal to rho L dz by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole square multiplied by RAY by r square plus z square under root. So combine both of these two terms and we can write r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. Next just arrange them in proper order. Put the now to find the total electric field intensity, we need to integrate this equation between minus infinity to plus infinity. Therefore, E is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here combine both of these two terms, we can write them as r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. Then here we have an r term, then this is the z dz term, then ay term. Here we need to use some substitution. We'll take, let z is equal to r tan theta, or from this r will be equal to z by tan theta. Now differentiate on both sides, differentiate this equation on both sides. Dz is equal to r into differential of tan theta is secant square theta. So here we get r secant square theta into d theta. Now we have changed the values of r to z. So here we need to write the terms, limits, we need to change the limits also. So when z is equal to minus infinity, so from this equation we need to calculate the limits in terms of theta. So from this equation we get theta is equal to tan inverse of z by r. Okay, so earlier the limits were for z, now we need to change the limits for theta. So when z is equal to minus infinity, theta is equal to tan inverse of minus infinity, which is minus pi by 2. And when z is equal to plus infinity, theta will be tan inverse of infinity, which is equal to plus pi by 2. Now apply these limits in the previous equation. So we get E is equal to integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here in the denominator we had r square plus z square. So in place of z we need to write r square tan square theta. So this will be r square plus r square tan square theta whole power 3 by 2. So here we have r into r secant square theta d theta. So this is the term for dz. Then ay. Now here we have r square in the numerator, secant square theta d theta. Put rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught outside the integral, as this is a constant term. So in the denominator we can take this r square common and write 1 plus tan square theta. Here we have power 3 by 2 also. So separate them and write like this. R cube into 1 plus tan square theta whole power 3 by 2 into ay. But here 1 plus tan square we can write it as secant square theta. So this will be r cube secant square theta in the denominator. So r square r cube can cancel and only one r will be left in the denominator. Secant square and secant cube you can cancel and put 1 secant theta in the denominator. So we get rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Here the secant square is gone. So we have only d theta ay in the numerator, and in the denominator we have only sin secant theta. So 1 by secant is cos theta. So in place of this we can just write cos theta into d theta into ay. Now we can integrate this cos theta over the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So integral of cos theta is sin theta. So this r also you can put it outside the integral, and we got here rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught r into sin theta. Now in place of this theta we need to put the upper and lower limits. So this will be rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught r sin pi by 2 minus sin of minus pi by 2 into ay. So sin 90 is 1 minus of minus 1. So this minus and minus become plus. So we get 2 into ay. So we can cancel this 2 here. So this is the final expression for electric field intensity due to an infinite line charge, which is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught r into ay. The units of electric field intensity is volts per meter. So this is the final expression for electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Next we will see the electric field intensity due to a charged circular ring. Now here we will consider that the charged circular ring of it is having a radius of r, It is placed in the xy plane. Its center is at the origin and it is carrying a charge uniformly along its circumference, and the charge density is rho L coulombs per meter. Now here we need to find the electric field intensity due to this charged circular ring at a point P, where this point P is located on the z-axis. So we'll consider a small differential length dl on this ring. So this is dl. The charge on this dl is dq. So we can write dq is equal to rho L into dl. So write the equation for differential electric field intensity, which is equal to rho L dl by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar. Now here r is the distance of between the point P and this dl. Now here we will use a cylindrical coordinate system. So we are moving, this ring is along the phi axis. So we need to consider the differential length dl is equal to r into d phi. So r square is, from the diagram we can say r square is equal to this r square plus z square. So we can write the equation for dE is equal to, this is the same equation which we used in the previous case, rho L into r d phi by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus d z square whole power 3 by 2 into minus RAR plus ZAZ. So this to find the magnitude of R, we need to square both of these two terms, that is r square plus z square under root. Now write the equation for AR, which is equal to R by magnitude of R. So this is minus RAR plus ZAZ by r square plus z square under root. So we can write the differential electric field intensity dE is equal to rho L dl by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square under root whole square. Now this is the equation for AR. So we can combine both of these two terms in the denominator and write r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. We have the same thing in the numerator. Now here also we need to cancel one term. The radial components of E at the point P will be symmetrically placed in the plane parallel to xy plane. Hence these terms also get cancelled. So if you see the previous equation, in this the ZAZ terms will get cancelled. So we can write the remaining terms. dE is equal to rho L r d phi by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2 multiplied by z into Az. Now to find the total electric field intensity, we need to integrate this equation between 0 to 2 pi. Therefore E is equal to integral 0 to 2 pi rho L r d phi by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2 into ZAX. Now here all of these terms are constants. We need to integrate only this d phi term. So put all these terms outside the integral and integrate d phi. We get phi here, apply the limit 0 to 2 pi. So we get rho L into R into Z into AZ divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus Z square whole power 3 by 2 multiplied by, here we need to put these limits, 2 pi minus 0. So 2 and 4 get cancelled and 2 is left in the denominator. Pi is also cancelled, so we have only 2 epsilon naught. So this is the final equation for electric field intensity due to charged circular ring, which is equal to rho L into R into Z divided by 2 epsilon naught R square plus Z square whole power 3 by 2 multiplied by Az. Next we'll do the electric field due to infinite sheet of charge. Now here we'll consider an infinite sheet of charge which is having a charge density of rho s coulomb per meter square. As this is a surface, we need to write this as coulombs per meter square, and this infinite sheet of charge is located in the xy plane. So P is the point at which we need to calculate the electric field intensity. Again we can start with the equation for dq. dq is equal to rho s into ds. So here we need to consider the differential surface which is normal to the z-axis. You can see the sheet is perpendicular to the z-axis. So in the cylindrical coordinate system, we need to consider the differential surface which is normal to the z-axis. So differential surface normal to the z-axis is r into dr into d phi. So in place of ds, put these terms. Therefore, find dE, which is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar. In place of dq, substitute rho s into r into dr into d phi into ar by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Now from the diagram, r is equal to minus rar plus zaz. You can see the directions here. R is coming in this direction, Z is going in the upward direction. So this R will be equal to minus RAR plus ZAZ. So to find the magnitude of R, we have minus R whole square plus Z square under root. So that is R square plus Z square. Next, find the unit vector AR, which is equal to vector R divided by its magnitude. That is minus RAR plus ZAZ by R square plus Z square under root. Now write the differential electric field intensity, which is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. So in place of dq, write rho s into r dr d phi by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus Z square whole square. This is the equation for AR. So in place of AR, write minus RAR plus ZAZ by R square plus Z square under root. Now here also we need to consider one important term. This infinite sheet is located in the XY plane. So there is symmetry about the Z axis. So all Z terms get cancelled. So here this R terms get cancelled. There is symmetry about Z axis. All the R terms will get cancelled. Therefore, E is equal to integral of dE. As this is surface charge, we need to integrate this twice. So rho s r dr d phi by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus Z square whole power 3 by 2 multiplied by ZAZ, because this RAR term is cancelled. Now we'll use some substitution here. Let r square plus Z square is equal to u square. Now differentiate this on both sides. We get 2r equal to 2u into du. Now these are the limits for r. So here we need to find the limits for u also. When r is equal to 0, so put 0 in place of this r. So u will be equal to z. To find the upper limit, put infinity in place of r. When r is equal to infinity, u is also equal to infinity. So these are the upper and lower limits. We need to replace r. So E is equal to 0 to 2 pi, u is equal to r to infinity, rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught into u du by u square whole power 3 by 2 into d phi into z into az. Now we can put the constants outside the integration and integrate. Here we need to integrate only the du term. It is a surface integral. We need to integrate du term and d phi term. Integrate twice. So rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant. Put it outside the integral and write integral of d phi between the limits 0 to 2 pi. Another integral is for du by u square. Limits are z to infinity. So integrate this. Then we get this term rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught. Integral of d phi is phi. Limits are 0 to 2 pi zax. Then apply the upper and lower limits for the second integral. We get rho s by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2 pi into az. So here 2 pi and here this pi also gets cancelled. Here 2 is left in the denominators. Therefore E is equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught into az volts per meter. So this is how we calculate the electric field intensity for various charge distributions such as line charge, surface charge, volume charge, electric field intensity due to infinite line charge, due to infinite sheet charge, then due to charged circular ring. I hope I am clear. Thank you.